What's going on, everyone? Gormy here. Today, I am bringing you guys a top 10 saves to do within Germany from Bundesliga 1 through Bundesliga 3. Those are clubs that we will be covering in today's video. If you guys happen to enjoy today's video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button? Without further ado, let's get into the first club. Coming in at number 10, FC St Pauli. So this club is actually a pretty interesting save. Outside of FM, it is one of the most political clubs in the world. They are very political. So if that kind of floats your boat, definitely give it a go for that reason. But this club is in the same city as Hamburger SV, which was in the top 10 saves that I did on here as well, which I'll link the video down below if you guys would like to check that out. But this club is breathing down Hamburger SV's neck big time because they're starting to bring in some pretty solid players, some pretty solid young players as well. They've got the finances and the facilities. They are up there somewhat with Hamburger SV. They've got good training facilities and good youth facilities. Average academy coaching, fairly basic youth recruitment. So that is the area that you will have to improve on, is bringing in the youth. But some of the players that they already currently have are pretty solid, especially this kid right here, Mr. Jakov Medic. This kid is absolutely phenomenal. I've had him personally in one of my saves, and he is ridiculously good. 6'4", 200 pounds. He is a brick you-know-what house. His jumping reach is 16. He's got 17 determination. He's decent in the air with 13 heading, but that 16 jumping reach will definitely help him. He's only 22 years of age. He's got 13 marking, 13 tackling, 12 passing. So in the Bundesliga 2, you can definitely utilize him as a ball-playing defender type guy. But this kid is definitely one of the building points if you are to do a FC St Pauli save. And another youngster that you can kind of build this team around, and both of them are defenders. You got Jakov Medic, and you got David Nemeth, a young Austrian who has come over from SV Mainz, who is good with both feet, like very good with both feet. He's 6'3". He's got decent-ish pace, nothing insane. But, I mean, him and Jakov Medic, that is your core and defense to build around. So you will have a great defense here with FC St Pauli, and defense wins trophies. Coming in at number 9 is MSV Duisburg. Now this club in the early 2000s was a club on the rise. As you can see above me with the league history here, they got up to the Bundesliga in 05-06, but unfortunately were relegated and then gained promotion back in 07-08, but once again finished bottom and got relegated once again. They were kind of fighting for their lives to be able to stay up in Bundesliga 2, went down to Bundesliga 3 in the 13-14 season, went back up to Bundesliga 2, and just recently, once again, in 2018-2019, went down to the Bundesliga 3, or Bundesliga Dry. This team definitely needs some stability. They have what it takes to get to the heights of the Bundesliga, as they proved in the early 2000s, but I feel they need the right manager, which obviously is all of you. Now, a good thing about this club is that even though they're in Bundesliga Dry or Bundesliga 3, whichever one you want to call it, they have good training facilities, so you're going to be able to develop your players while you are at this level and beyond. They have average youth facilities, so definitely can improve there. Average academy coaching and adequate youth recruitment, so can definitely improve in those 3 areas. One good thing, though, is that you have your goalkeeper for the future here in this side, and Vincent Müller. He is 20 years old, 6'3". He's got some solid attributes to him already. He's got 15 reflexes. He can be a sweeper keeper as well at this level, which you can definitely use to your advantage. Now, this club is a very solid option to give a go right now in the end of the life cycle of FM22, and definitely come FM23. And this club Like I said, they have what it takes to get back to the promised land of the Bundesliga, and they have a 31,500 seater stadium. So they will definitely be able to have the funds to back you come the time that you're ready to take on the big dogs in Germany. Coming in at number 8, FC Schalke. Now, this club has been a pretty popular save to do in recent years because of the financial instability at this club. That is one of the main things that you are going to need to fix when you take over FC Schalke in the Bundesliga, because come FM23, or if you have the updated database, they will be in the Bundesliga. They are still having financial issues, and it is up to you to save them financially. You may have to move on some of the players that you do not want to, like their star man, Amin Harit, who I will get into momentarily, but they are a club that has some history. They have 7 Bundesliga titles, but the most recent coming in 1958. They've won the Europa League, which they won in 1997. And they've won 5 DFB Pokals, the most recent coming in 2011. So even though right here above me you see this league history and it's very up and down all around, they started to find a little bit of consistency in the DFB Pokal in recent years. They've won it 3 times since the turn of the century. Once in 2001, 2011, and then I forgot what the other one was. But, I mean, 3 DFB Pokal trophies, and with a club that has big-time financial issues, they are a sleeping giant if you can fix everything. And like I said, I wanted to get into Amin Harit. He is a very solid young player, and yes, he may be 24 years old, so he's kind of almost at his peak on the ability that he'll be able to get to. But he is a very, very solid player nonetheless. He's good with both feet. He's got some pace to him, more so in the acceleration department. He's a good dribbler, good first touch, great technique. He's got some decent vision. But this is a player that you need to focus on being your key part early days in this save, and then maybe move him on, or move him on early to try and alleviate some of that pressure from the finances. Now, Schalke have always been pretty solid at producing young talents. They have excellent training facilities, which is amazing, excellent youth facilities, good academy coaching, and good youth recruitment. So you can kind of do a homegrown type save with this club until you are ready to, you feel comfortable financially, and you can then start trying to bring in the big dogs to this club to try and get you on that same level as Bayern Munich. Coming in at number 7, we have got Fortuna Dusseldorf. Fortuna Dusseldorf is an old success type club. They won the Bundesliga in 1933, and they won the DFB Pokal in 1979 and 1980. So older success. You need to bring a new age of success to this club, and you have a massive 54,500 seater stadium. It's actually 54.6 thousand, so almost 55. But it is a massive stadium, and they are in Bundesliga 2, which is Bundesliga 2, and they are a very, very solid club that is expected to finish within a playoff spot at least. But in Germany, you got that playoff promotion relegation type thing going on. So even if you finish 3rd, you still got to play the team that I think is in 16th from the Bundesliga, and whichever one wins either goes up or stays down. Now, this team has some pretty solid players all around. They have 2 pretty solid youngsters on loan, one being Quadolo Ba and Michael Karbaunik. Both of those kids definitely going to be able to help you. You will definitely want to at least try and hold on to one of them for sure. But overall, the team is very, very solid all around. There aren't too many older players. From what I can see, there are 3 players at the age of 30 or over. Take that back, 4 of them. But they are a very, very solid club all around. You will, if you get promoted, have major financial boosts to your club for sure. And those financial boosts can help you take this club to that next level, because yes, they have good training facilities. Yes, they have good youth facilities. But we saw with Schalke, they have excellent. So you definitely, if you get promoted, don't blow all the money on players within the first 3 seasons. try and invest into the club with this club, because being that they have a 54, almost 55,000 seater stadium, that is a club that needs to stay in the Bundesliga, deserves Bundesliga football. And I mean, by investing in the club, you're going to ensure that you are able to stay up. Coming in at number 6, we got one of the more popular clubs in Germany. We have Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund are entering a new age at this club. They have just sold Erling Haaland, but they have brought in some solid defensive pieces to help them out, and they are kind of filling some gaps where need be so that they can maybe challenge Bayern Munich. Now, Bayern Munich is Bayern Munich. They are absolutely insane. But Borussia Dortmund, within the next few years, in reality, I think could really give Bayern Munich a go at the title. But under your tutelage within FM23, this club could be an absolute juggernaut. Some players that will help you big time at this club are none other than Jude Bellingham, Giovanni Reina, Kerem Adeyemi, Nico Schlotterbeck, Mr. Jamie Bino Gittins, Namdi Collins, and one of the best wonder kids in the world who is lighting it up currently for Borussia Dortmund. In reality, it is Youssoufa Moukoko. Now, you pair all those phenomenal young players together with superb training facilities, superb youth facilities, good academy coaching, and excellent youth recruitment, you have the beginning of a dynasty with those players, and being able to have the training facilities and the recruitment that this club has. You will be able to challenge Bayern within FM in no time, especially if you are the perfect manager to take this job on. Coming in at number 5, we have FC Engelstadt. So FC Engelstadt is a new age type club. They were founded in 2004 and hit a meteoric rise straight from the word go. You see, in 04-05, their first season in the German division, Bavaria, I don't know which one, but they went straight basically all the way up to the Bundesliga within 10 years' time. It took them 10 seasons to get to the Bundesliga from that level. In reality, like in FM, yes, that's obviously pretty achievable, but in reality, that's pretty crazy. And in their in their first season in the Bundesliga, they finished in 11th, but then saw themselves go down by finishing in 17th. They then finished mid-table, got relegated back down to Bundesliga dry, which is where they see themselves right now. They don't really have much success. They have a Bundesliga 2 title and the German division Bavaria title, one in 2006, one in 2015. So this club is kind of a fresh slate in terms of trophies. You can become an absolute legend at this club by taking them to new heights, making sure that they are consistent, stay in the Bundesliga, and win a whole load of trophies. Now, this could be one of the tougher saves to do because you're not going to have a whole lot of money down in the 3rd division of Germany, but you're going to have good training facilities, which is solid to start off with. You're going to have average youth facilities, average academy coaching, and fairly basic youth recruitment. So definitely going to need to improve in those areas. So what I would suggest, so that you're able to improve in the youth facilities, junior coaching, and youth recruitment, try and get loans and free signings so that you aren't paying out the wazoo transfer-wise, and you can kind of invest in the club while also being smart about it. Go about it the Brentford way, if you will. Coming in at number 4, we've got 1860 München. Now, this club is also known as 1860 Munich, depends on what language you speak, if you're speaking German or English, but this club is a pretty popular save every year because who wouldn't want to take another team within Munich and topple FC Bayern Munich? I mean, that would be absolutely unbelievable if you take a club from Bundesliga 3 to the top of the Bundesliga within, say, 7 seasons time, and you just end up being a dominant force within Europe as well. It is a very solid club to do, and in a beautiful city. You have a 15,000 seating stadium because they used to play where Bayern Munich played, but I think that they had like some disagreement a couple years back, and they now play at a 15,000 seater stadium where actually the Bayern second team play as well. Now, facility wise, they are much better off than Engelstadt. They got good training facilities and good youth facilities, so that's perfect, especially to help your rise to the top of German football. But you have adequate academy coaching, adequate youth recruitment. So once again, being that you are in the third tier in Germany, try and go about it the Brentford way. Free signings, loans, finding value where people don't see it. Make sure that you are getting those bargain buys if you are paying out of your transfer budget. And if you are just going the free signing route and loans, invest all the money you can into the club immediately as possible so that you can really get on that same level of some of these other clubs by the time you are kind of seen as a best of the rest type club in Germany. Coming in at number 3, it's Borussia Monchengladbach. Now, this club last year didn't have the greatest performance that they were hoping for. This season already, in reality, they are off to a rip-roaring start, and they look pretty solid. They have a 54,000-seater stadium. They are very, very good at producing some younger talents. They got one in the name of Florian Neuhaus, who I absolutely love that kid, and Nico Elvedi in defense, absolutely love him as well. But they have a very, very consistent goalkeeper in Jan Sommer. So even though that Jan Sommer is older, you have a goalkeeper for right now and don't have to worry about that all that much. You will have a decent-sized transfer budget, just like you would with Dortmund, whereas with these other clubs, you kind of have to go the cheaper route early days. But Borussia Monchengladbach have players that you can definitely sell on as well that will help you within the financial area of the save. Now, I had mentioned this kid, Florian Neuhaus. He is a very, very solid player, so definitely try and build around him within your midfield. Defensively, you've got 3 players that I would recommend to build around. One is this man right here, Mr. Nico Elvedi. Then you got a German youngster by the name of Luca Netz, who can play left back and left wing if need be. Then you have Remy Bensebaini from Algeria, very, very solid left back, and can play on the left wing as well if need be. Can also play center back. He is 6'1", so if you were playing a 5 in the back type system or a 3 in the back, need a wide center back, he is definitely a player to utilize within that position. He is very, very solid at playmaking as well. So these are kind of the building blocks that you have to work with early days at Borussia Mönchengladbach. Now, facility-wise, this is a club, once again, that has some great training facilities, great youth facilities, but for junior coaching, youth recruitment, not the best. Got to improve there. So Borussia Dortmund definitely have them one-upped in that area in facilities, but I would say you give Borussia Mönchengladbach a couple years as well, especially under your tutelage being their manager. You can definitely challenge Bayern Munich sooner rather than later. Coming in at number 2, it's FC Kaiserslautern. Now, this club is a pretty historic club. They have won 4 Bundesliga titles, the most recent coming the year I was born in 1998. Then you got 2 DFB Pokals, one in 1990, one in 1996, and they've won a German Super Cup in 1991 as well. Now, this club, instead of seeing a meteoric rise, they saw a meteoric fall. In the season of 2010-2011, that was the last time that they were comfortable within the Bundesliga. Now, in 2011-2012, they got relegated to the second Bundesliga. In 2017-2018, they got relegated to the third Bundesliga. And this previous season, they bounced back up to Bundesliga 2. So maybe they're on the rise again. Now, this club is a club that will definitely need you to improve it early days, big time. I do not have the confidence, really, within the players that they have to be able to push for promotion immediately, or even a mid-table finish. I think it'll be a struggle with this team, especially in reality, to be able to stay up. But under your management, I definitely believe in you all to be able to pull it off, especially if you guys can get some loans and some free signings as well. But this is a club that is pretty historic. They are one of the most winning sides in Germany by winning the Bundesliga 4 times. I mean, a lot of teams haven't really won the Bundesliga a whole heck of a lot. Due to Bayern Munich's dominance, they have been absolutely insane. But FC Kaiserslautern is definitely a team on the rise, in my opinion, to where, yes, it's going to be a struggle bus early days, especially if you take over the save. But with some patience and time, you can turn this into a well-greased war machine of a team to where you are able to go up to the Bundesliga, and once you are in the Bundesliga, feel comfortable and not be threatened of relegation. Now, this club has great training facilities and good youth facilities, adequate academy coaching, and adequate recruitment. So, like a couple of these other teams, try and focus on the development of the facilities, and then, get free signings, get loan signings. Just try and do it the Brentford way. The Brentford way works. They're proving it in reality, and it works within FM as well, so why not try and pull it off yourself with a club like FC Kaiserslautern. Coming in at number 1, we've got Union Berlin. Now, Union Berlin is the other team in Berlin because there's Hertha Berlin and then Union Berlin. Union Berlin is the club that kind of knows what they're doing right now. Hertha Berlin got a huge influx of money, splashed cash on a lot of players. It did not work out, and they're having to kind of rekindle things right now. Whereas Union Berlin are they're the team not with a whole lot of money. They have to kind of deal with what they have, and they're doing a very, very good job of it. They were in the Europa Conference League last season, going to be in the Europa League this season, and they are a club that I think definitely deserves the respect of a lot of Bundesliga fans and definitely deserve a go within FM23 because this team is doing the impossible with very little. Now, the main player that you will have to kind of mold this team around early days is the midfielder Morten Thorsby, who is a pretty solid defensive player. So try and play a 4-3-3 maybe, or play him as a ball-winning midfielder in a midfield 2. You got Rick Van Drongelen in defense, who used to be highly touted as going to be a great, great defender. Hasn't really hit those heights, but maybe under your tutelage he can. He is pacey. He's 6'2", great with his left foot, somewhat okay with his right foot. But he's a great defender, 16 tackling, 13 marking, so definitely try and build a defense around him early days. And then you got, in my opinion, he is a super sub. Levin Öztunali, this kid is very, very solid. He's very pacey, very well-rounded, not insanely overpowered, but is a good player to bring off the bench, get some pace, inject it in the side. And I mean, when I've had him within my saves, like I said, he is a super sub, so definitely keep this kid around. Now, when it comes to the facilities, they've got good training facilities, average youth facilities, average academy coaching, and fairly basic youth recruitment. That is where their neighbors, Hertha Berlin, have them beat. They've got much better facilities over there. But like I said, Union Berlin don't really have a whole heck of a lot to work with. So you aren't going to be able to, have all the funds in the world available to you. You're going to have to kind of build it up and accrue it over time. Be patient with that. Don't do anything dumb purchase-wise either, especially when it comes to players. Maybe do installments when doing transfers as well to try and pull off some bigger deals that can help you out now and in the long run, and to where you pay it out over time once you are starting to accrue that money and have a good financial base to build off of. But that right there wraps up today's top 10 clubs to manage come FM23. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. The next one coming out will be top 10 saves within Spain, so keep your eyes out for that one. But if you guys did happen to enjoy today's video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so want to hit that sub button. And until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.